we've been living without hot water now. Well, running hot water for about, I think, 3 days now. How long do y'all plan on keeping us without hot water for? Hmm? Why you always gotta be so mean to me? Hmm? Haven't I been good to you all? I have. Okay. I'm just in the middle of making myself a hot drink. So, Ptah, what are you gonna do about this? Part two. Most High God, please block anybody trying to interfere with these readings. Do step in and deliver your messages to we, your children. Thank you so very much. Ptah, you're on the trajectory for the real Trump to come in and take your place. The real Trump, not the impersonator that you got going around the world doing whatever the hell he's doing. Trump is off learning, being trained to sit in your high seat. The orange man, the real orange man, not the imitation. Those of you who missed part 1, if you're interested, please go and watch it. I do recommend that you watch it. It concerns everybody worldwide. I'm hearing a dove. Ooh, ooh. Haven't heard one of those in a long time. Around me, anyway. What does that mean? I've been waiting for this carnation milk make my discharge change, but to my pleasant surprise, it's all normal down there. I did go to a new shop and bought this one, so perhaps you haven't gotten to those shopkeepers yet. It's all normal down there. It's all normal down there. Praise the Lord. I can live life without a pad. Just my panty and my punani. Praise the Lord. Well, to be fair, I'm wearing a pad because I'm scared. But I don't really need it. Trying to convince people that I got STDs. Who did I get it from? Show me the man I got the STD from. Or are you trying to work on my womb? Or both? Are you trying to shut down my womb, make me barren? Or are you trying to convince people that I have STD? Wet yellow discharge coming out. How? It makes no sense. I took a picture of it because I wanted to show the world what to look for. So that if y'all are selling this potion to people so that they can break up couples by them claiming, you gave me an STD, and the next one is saying, no, you gave me an STD, and then all hell break loose. When it's a third party who has sabotaged some kind of food or something that they consume to make their body react this way, I want to show them what to look for. But I'm waiting for the right time to show them what this yellow discharge looked like. By the time I thought about taking a picture of it, my body was more balanced. So I didn't get a picture that I really want to use as the representation of what to look for. But play on. You'll give me what I need. Because you just can't help yourself. But it's yellow. It's liquefied. So it's more water than solid. When I say solid, I mean like, you know, regular female discharge. It has like a thickness to it. It's not very liquefied. It's not water based. Or it's not, the biggest proportion is not water. You know? It comes out kind of thick. So it doesn't go through your underwear and wet your clothes. It comes out in your underwear and it just stays there because it's too thick to go through the fabric. That's what I'm used to. Just a little bit here and a little bit there, you know, just like you produce a little bit of earwax here and a little bit of earwax there. The body does its normal functions and it gets the old stuff out or do whatever it does to heal itself or keep itself functioning. Just regular things. But whatever this thing is that you guys have been sabotaging me with, yeah, my body, it don't act normal. I can clearly see that something has been done to me. That shit ain't normal. I'm not used to wearing pads outside of my period. I don't have any problems down there. Okay? So you can't convince me. Maybe you can convince somebody else. Divide and conquer. Divide and rule is the whole plan. The whole plan. But I am no fool to make them overcome. I are kings in this jungle, seated oh so high and so humble. I've seen so many fall and they stumble along the way. Ptah shut down my music stream yesterday. I was streaming music on my hair channel, and you guys stopped my music stream the first time you ever done that to me. Did I make you mad, Ptah? Didn't I come on here and bring you all this very life-saving, life-changing, life or death information for free? And you repay me by more hatred. You repay me with more hatred, more unfairness, more evil. Do you know how long that reading was? And here I am doing part 2. And the information that's coming out is actually to benefit you. That's the information that I've come to deliver to you. It's information that's actually beneficial to you and your empire. You see that? The message is here to help you save your empire. And that's how you treat the one that's bringing such vital information to you. Seated oh so high and so humble, I've seen so many. Who was that man that came to my door yesterday? Dada. You think I didn't know it was you? Those teeth looked mighty familiar, okay? You changed your skin color, you changed your hair, and you just couldn't stop grinning. Why you couldn't stop grinning? What was so funny? Yeah, you were happy to see me? Hmm? You happy to see what was once yours? Hmm? You happy to see what you can't get again? You happy to see all the things that you asked God for rolled up into one woman that you had in the palm of your hand and you let her go? As a matter of fact, you join up with people to try to destroy her and kill her and make her crazy. And now that you know that my dosh is about to come in, she's about to be a rich bitch, all of a sudden now you're trying to find your way in. You actually had to come to my door and look at me in my face. Eh? Did you like what you see? I think you did. You couldn't stop smiling. Yeah, I wasn't about to smile with you. I should have known. You see, what y'all need to do is come to me in your true form. Don't come to me in the disguises. You know, step like a man, not the bitch niggas that you are. Okay, well, you're bitch niggas, so I can't expect you to step like a man because you're bitch niggas. Hopefully one day when you come in your disguise, I catch it before you leave. You know, I recognize who you are before you leave. Jack, I pull up to my door yesterday. Jack, I pull up to my door yesterday. With a cockamamie story. Here's how he did it, right? Yeah, listen. I was in my house chilling. I was doing the live video for the music video on my hair page. So I heard a knock at my door. I went and I answered the door. Then there's this Indian-y looking, Turkish-y looking man standing outside my door. So got the skin and the hair of that ethnicity of people, yeah. I don't know how they do it. Maybe it's a latex, whatever. I don't know. One of these days, I'm gonna grab onto them. I'm gonna pull their cheeks and shit to see if it's real. Yeah, I'm gonna rub them on their hand and shit to see what happens. I'll pull their hair, see if that shit come off. But anyway, he came to my door asking me if I got any letters here from Mo or Mohammed or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, we get letters here for that person. And it's like, where are they? I sent them back because that person don't live here. We get letters here for in a whole bunch of different names, to be honest with you. I don't know what they were using this address for prior to us moving in. But there's a whole bunch of names coming in, letters coming here, and it's like official info, it's from official government services like HM Revenue and what's the other one, like serious things, bruv. I can't remember any more of the governmental, but they're governmental shit. They're like serious shit. Okay? And we've been living here for a year now. Some of them have slowed down, but some of them still keep coming here. But anyway, back to the conversation. So dude asked me, Jakai asked me in his Turkish appearance or whatever kind of appearance that is. He asked me, well, if I have the letters, I said no. I sent them back, and I put return to sender on them and send them back. Hear him. Do you want to take my number? So no, he was explaining to me that he need the letters from here because he's trying to register his car, right? And he's saying, or something he's trying to do with his car, and he's saying that he need to get the letter from the old address so that he can do whatever it is, because then that's the only way that they. I'm like, no, there has to be another way, because dealing with official things, if you have a letter or bill or anything in your name where you live now and you send that to them as proof of your current address, you'll be able to do what you have to do. You don't have to have no links with your old address. Okay, I'm not that much of a fool. So, and the thing is, I've lived here for a year and counting. August made a year, September, October, November, December, January, 1 year and 5 months. And it's now is the first time that he's coming here to collect. So what happened all the time? You had all the time in the world to change your address. These are things that you're supposed to do naturally. So you see how stupid his story was. His story was all convoluted and mixed up and just nonsensical. Anyway, he ended up asked me if I want to take his number so that I can call him to come collect any future letters. I'm like, bro, the story you gave me, I don't know if that was true or lie. And quite frankly, I don't want to get involved in whatever this is. There has to be another way. All this time he grin from fucking ear to ear. It's like, stupid idiot. And then he was like, he thanked me and just was kind of courteous and left. Because it's like, no, I don't want your number. So what he was planning to do is give me the number. I was to start calling him, and then he would kind of just wiggle his way into my life in this new identity, thinking that I wouldn't know that it's him. Next time you need to wear some veneers on your teeth, Jacky, so I can't recognize your teeth. And you need to wear some platform shoes so I can't recognize your height. Okay? Because y'all can't change your height, you don't change your teeth, and you might want to do something to your eyes as well. Okay? So you people thinking that you're so genius with these disguises, oh, she'll never know. And I expect more monstrations are going to be coming around me in a disguise because I want to see me. Me know that I going to start to get around me slowly, just so I can see me. I'm not interested. So Jack, I was trying to wiggle his way back into my life because he know that I'm about to come into my inheritance, really. my true financial position in this world. And he knows what that look like. They all know what that's going to look like. That's why they all want to be back with me. They wish they could get back with me now. The one thing in the world that all of them was so desperate for, they had it right there. He and Craig and Nathan, all of them had it right there in the palm of their hand. And how they treat me, because I didn't have it at the time. So they treated me like I was a nobody. So much so that they didn't mind killing me. They didn't mind ruining my health. And y'all think that I'm gonna want y'all back? All the chances that I gave you people to make amends and to get my forgiveness, your forgiveness run out. I don't have no more forgiveness to give you, Craig. I don't have no more forgiveness to give you, Jackai. Jackai already dumped you since 2008 or whenever I dumped you. And I sent you that email when I was in England, that in 2009. And you were emailing me. And me telling me we never ever 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 get with you again. I meant it. So you didn't have a chance because you presented yourself to me in this Chris farm. With your new identity, you call yourself Chris. I didn't know it was you at that time. Funny how Jackai teeth, Chris teeth, and this person who came to my door yesterday teeth look the same. I was with you for 8 years. I know what your teeth look like. I'm not interested in any of you. Nathan, your chances with me expired in 2020. You see how long ago that was? Craig, your last chance with me expired in 2024. Now it's 2026. I want nothing to do with any of you. Not in any of your farms. I don't want nothing to do with your friends that are working with you. Mr. Wayne. So if they're still your friends, just know that I want nothing to do with you. That alone in itself will disqualify you. I want them to stay away from me. Them and everybody who is willing to work for them and with them against me. We're not doing that anymore. They done disqualify a long time. I don't know how many more times I have to say this. If I was interested in any of them, I would have been paying them my attention. I would have let it be known publicly. And when you're hanging on by a bumbleclot thread, the weakest thread I have in my collection, you're hanging on by that much thread. I don't even think you can handle a woman like me and the thing that I have to deal with as a woman. I don't think that I don't think that you have it in you to stand up like me. But I don't know you, so I could be wrong at the same time. But God chose you, so I'm yet to see you be suitable for me. Lil Wayne, that's who I'm talking to. In stutter. I give you until March. I figured that little piece of thread that you're hanging on by is gonna pop by March. And I'll put you in the same bracket when we got Nathan and Craig and Jackie. You keep going how you're going. And I won't mind. Because I don't give a fuck which man I get. What I care about is how he treat me. And all them other three have failed. Imagine they tried to kill me and I was willing to forgive them. But you know what happened? They keep on trying to kill me and hurt me. So now, they've proven to me, just like Venerine. You know how many times I forgave Venerine and reconciled with Venerine? And every time, she used it as an opportunity to hurt me some more. All of them, that's the same thing that they do to me over and over. So none of them value me. None of them value me. None of them care about me. None of them believed in me and what I could accomplish. Everybody think that just because of the size of my enemy that I'm sure to be crushed. I'm sure to be finished. Nobody expected me to survive. Nobody expected me to still be here of sound mind. Nobody expected me to stand as firm as I have been standing. Nobody expect me to keep standing firm. Y'all keep expecting me to fail. But that's all who think that way, all of you wrong. It's been 17 years y'all been expecting me to fail. I was supposed to be dead and gone long time. Or locked up in a mental institution somewhere long time. You're all idiots if you think that these people can conquer me. You think that my enemy could be the size that it is, and they'll waste 17, 18 years trying to conquer me. Martin Luther King didn't last that long. How many other freedom fighters and whatnot try to stand up, and within 3, 4, 5, 6 years, they're gone. They take them out. They break them down. They kill them off. And here I am, 18 years and counting. And I'm still standing. Make yourself make sense. And I don't have a whole army behind me. Maybe I'm about to get one. But I've been standing up by myself, just me and God. I've been standing up by myself, just me and God, up until now. It's now helpers are showing themselves to me. So I did at least 16, 17 years, just me and God by myself. We still here. I outlasted every single last one of them activists that you know about. Doing my work for the people. I'm still alive, still free, still making waves, still making a difference, still giving the enemy a run for them bumbleclap money. But y'all still see it justified to think that I'm going to lose this battle. For your sake, you better hope I win. Do you see anybody else here standing up for humanity? Boldly? Most of the people who are fighting for humanity, they hide and do it. But for me to come and bring my face to the public like this and stand up like this for humanity, it says something about who I am and how I see myself and how I see the world and how I see the people that are fighting against me. Most people, they hide their voice, they hide their face. I'm not hiding. I have never hidden myself, and I'm still here. They know who I am. They know exactly where I live. They know what I eat. They know what toiletries I use. They know everything about me, but I'm still here. They have always known. My enemies are of the highest order, governments, people who give me my key to my house. These are the people who are fighting against me, but I'm still here. They have access to me. They have human resources that they can send. How many assassins are there out there? Why am I still here? Sound mind, able body, still able to do my work according to how God has called me to do. Why am I still here? Make yourself make sense. If they could have get rid of me, they would have gotten rid of me long time. I am of no use to them. I'm not using my gifts to help the evil people to do what they want to do to us. I'm using my gifts to help good people overcome the things that the evil people are doing to us. Why am I still here? How come I'm still here? Getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. How come? If they could have finished me, they would have done it long time ago. Long time ago. Even my mother and my father, or my fake mother, because she's not my birth mother. The very people who were supposed to care for me, all them people turned against me, but I'm still here. Those who didn't turn against me, they didn't want me around, but they don't want to get mixed up in what these people are bringing to me. They left me out in the fucking wilderness by myself to deal with this by myself. And I'm still here. I had no support. Those who didn't join my enemies to fight against me, they chose to stand aside and watch me suffer and go through this nonsense by myself. Malika, the only one who stood with me throughout this whole thing, besides God. And I'm surprised that y'all didn't get to lock your nonsense into her brain and turn her against me too. I expected that to happen a long time ago. And I was willing to accept it. Malika, the only one who stood by my side through thick and thin. She didn't have to. Malika is 25 now. Malika grown up long time ago. She could have go out and find her own place and do her own thing. She didn't choose to do that. She chose to roll with her mommy. She chose to stick by my side. subject matter is healing. So the subject matter is healing. And Korea, you keep coming in my dream going on like you're my friend. You keep being friendly with me in my dream. Listen, me no fucking want no friendship for you. You are not my friend. Apparently, you never were my friend. Keep that same energy. Little gossip. Little passa bitch. Fucking instigator. Stay over there. I don't want no friendship for you, Korea Anthony. Mix up, mix up. Up to this morning, me see you in my dream. I don't know why you're coming in my dream for. Always I try be nice to me. I don't want your friendship. Y'all don't know how to be friends with anybody. Especially not with a person like me. You're not worthy to be my friend. Okay, so the subject matter was healing. We got drugs and we got sick. So, drugs. Drugs denotes a lack of mental clarity. Intoxication. And from part one, God has already made it very clear to me that your problem right now is your ego. You're intoxicated on your ego, your self-importance, your self-imposed ideology on what you are capable of, what you think you are capable of. You are capable of, but the way you're going about it is all wrong, and that's going to work against you, like I showed you in part one. And if you don't want to see this video, if you don't want the information that I'm here to give to you, then I'm here to give this information to the people that are around you so that they can see what level of an incompetent head you are. So you are the head of the organization, you are the head of the operation. If the head of the operation is all fucked up, let me speak freely. Forget this not cursing business. If the head of the operation is all fucked up, then everything below the head is going to be fucked up if they choose to stay with the head of the organization, if they choose to stay in the organization. So I did these readings to show those who work with you and those who work for you exactly where you guys are headed. Watch part one if you want the rundown, because I can see it clearly. You're not headed in a winning direction for yourself. You're about to lose if you keep going in the direction that you're going. If you keep carrying the organization, if you keep operating in the way that you're operating, Ptah, you and your crew are going to lose. And God is going to replace your authoritative position with Trump, the real Trump, not the impersonator. Part one revealed that as well. Go watch part one if you haven't already watched it. So yeah, so the underlying issue is transsexual. Because this is not a sexual reading, transsexual can be seen because sex is interaction between two or more parties, right? In this case, it's communication. So transsexual is to it's like a transition, that's the one. Transition into a different way of interacting. In this case, in your particular situation, it is how you interact with the public. It is how you interact with we the people. It is how you command those beneath you to interact with we the public. It needs to change. There needs to be some give and take. You keep taking, and there's no giving. And that is your mistake. Ptah. That is what is going to bring down your whole organization. All those who work for you and all those who work with you, who choose to stick with you, they're going to fall with you. Because contrary to your belief, we are not as idiotic, we are not as cowardly, we are not as passive as you think we are. We're chilling because we're cool right now. But when we're not cool, we just not cool. We the people are chilling because we just cool right now. But when we are not cool, we gonna not be cool with you. And those who work for you, aka the government, your minions. And anybody else who wants some can get some too. Because the people have suffered long enough. They have taken a lot. So when they're ready to push back, just know that is because they now have the right to push back. They've been had the right to push back. But shit, their soul is ready to push back. So if you get in the way, you're going to get rolled over. It's either you're with us or you're against us. And if you're not with us and you're not against us, then don't make us see you at all. So I don't know how the story of humanity is going to go. But if you don't change the way you're treating the people, it's going to end badly for you, not for the people. God is on the side of the people in this time. So whatever you think you got your soldiers and your police and whatnot to do, they are going to either desert you in that time and join the people, or the people will overtake them. Because the people are going to reach a point where they're not having your bullshit anymore. People went from living in their houses to living in cars and caravans. And I know that there are advantages and disadvantages to that. But at the same time, you push harder, those who live in caravans gonna move to cars, and those who live in cars gonna move to a cardboard boxes, and you think they're gonna be cool with that? You squeeze them anymore, those who live in cars right now are gonna live under bridges and in cardboard boxes. Why? Because the government. So there needs to be a transition in the way that you're interacting with the public. We got admirer and be nice to yourself. It's time to give. Be nice to them. I don't have a be nice to them card, but you know. And you can be nice to yourself by being nice to the people. You have to let up some of an admirer. You see, look at what's coming next. Neighborhood. You have to be nice to the neighborhood. You have to be nice to other people. You don't want to hear that? I don't give a fuck. I've delivered the message. When you're fucking falling, you remember why. You will know how. And those around you, they will remember what we said. So they will know why you're falling and how you're falling as well. That's why I'm here. It's not to change your mind. It is to bring awareness to those who need to know exactly what the fuck is going on. So you can't lie to them. Because you can't you can't tell them your version of the story. I am here to tell them the version of the story that God wants them to know. And then they can decide for themselves who's telling the truth and who's telling a lie. And you can keep insulting their intelligence if you want to as well and think, oh, they'll never find out. Time will tell. So we got social media, take time to grieve and move on. Yeah. What I'm saying to you isn't making you happy. God says, suck it the fuck up. Take time to grieve and move the fuck on. Because monogamy, we only going one way. Get another job. If you can't handle the position that you're in right now, you need a new position, Ptah, because you're not handling it very well. We got education and your unrestrained indulgence. That's what I've come to bring. I've come to teach you guys and show you guys that the reason for your downfall is this unrestrained indulgence of Ptah. Ptah see that he's losing. He sees that the feat that he's up against is bigger than him. He knows that he's about to lose, but he keeps convincing himself that he can change fate. He keeps convincing himself that he can win when all the signs around him are showing him that he cannot. What kind of a leader is that? That's the type of leader that's walking its subjects, leading its subjects up over the cliff. You're walking up the hill and there's a cliffside. And Ptah has convinced himself maybe he can fly. Maybe that's why he convinced himself. Ptah, Ptah, Ptah. Ptah thinks he's a crow. So Ptah thinks I'm just going to walk up to this hill. It looks like I'm a fall. And bring everybody with me. It looked like I'm a fall, but I'm going to just transform into the crow when I get to the top of the hill. So Ptah walks over the top of the hill, tries to activate this transformation, only for it to fail. By then, all the other people are coming behind Ptah, one by one over the cliff. Nobody's transforming. Why? Because there's something in the air. There's something in the alchemy that's blocking the transformation. You need to recognize that and know that you are incapable of flying at this time. Maybe you could fly, but all the elements have to be present to make you able to fly, able to transform into the bird and fly. All the right elements are not available to you, Ptah. And that's why you are going to fall and break your neck. You and everybody who choose to believe in you and follow you. The first shall become last and the last shall become first. You're about to be moved out of your position. And everybody who have pledged an allegiance to you and everybody who has been loyal to you, when you get moved out of office, they get moved downward too. To all of you who believe in Ptah and who are following Ptah, Ptah is not in his right mind right now, so you are on a sinking ship. Ptah is intoxicated, he's not thinking straight. So this I'm here to educate you on this unrestrained indulgence. We got pregnant with addiction. Someone who is addicted to someone, that is his unrestrained indulgence, addiction. He's addicted to winning. So even now, when all the signs are showing Ptah that you will not win, going in the direction that you're going in, behaving the way you're behaving, that's not the winning move. You have to know when to take your foot off the gas. You're just going full speed, you're just going full speed, you're just going full speed. There are things in the road that's going to pop your tires. There are blocks in the road that you need to divert and maneuver. But Ptah said, nah, I'm going to go through everything and nothing's going to happen to my car. Unrealistic expectations. And those of you who continue to believe in Ptah and roll with Ptah, you're going to fall with Ptah. Yeah, Ptah is addicted to winning. He's addicted to believing in himself. Ain't nothing wrong with believing in yourself, but the world doesn't revolve around you. Nature has its own laws as well. You just choose to, but you really think you're God, don't you? You really think you're the creator of all things. Do you know how God created the earth? Do you know how God created the heavens? Do you know how God created the sun? Do you know how God created the moon? Do you know how God created the soil of the earth? Do you know how God created air? Do you know how God created water, Ptah? If you answered no to any of those things, just know that you do not know all things. So if you don't know that, what else don't you know? You need to come down off your high horse. And those of you who are following him, if he won't come down off his high horse, then you need to get down off of the horse with him. Do not ride with him, or else you're gonna die with him. Unless you're a ride or die, then I mean, do you? But less trash for the earth, you know. You be doing us all a favor. I'm just a messenger. So let's get your last message, Ptah. Y'all need to watch part 1 if you have not watched part 1. Ptah is suffering from an unrestrained ego right now. It's a spiritual illness. So if y'all didn't know that we get spiritual diseases, I mean, we go through them, but now you can identify. If you have an ego that you leave unchecked, that is a spiritual disease. You need to go to a spiritual doctor, aka psychologist, and not them psychologists that Ptah have in society. I mean a real psychologist, like a person like me and yourself, because I can talk to you, but if you don't understand what I'm saying to you, or allow yourself to understand and accept the formula that I'm making you aware of, you're not gonna get healed, you see. But in order for you to put your ego in check, nobody can do it for you. The one with the ego has to put their ego in check for themselves. There's nothing that I can say to you to make you put your ego in check. It's like we raise our children right, but we can't make them do right. Do you see what I'm saying? All we can say is you know better. So you can take the horse to the well, but you can't make the horse drink water. And in plain English, I'm trying to say, even if I give you the answers to your problems, if you choose not to apply the solution, then it's just like I never gave you the answer in the first place. Because I can tell you what to do, I can tell you where you're going wrong. But if you don't choose to make the right moves to fix the problem will never get fixed. Putting our ego in check is a physical task. It's like you have to be present, you have to be conscious, you have to choose to put your ego in check. Any one of the deadly sins, because right now what Ptah is suffering from is pride. Ptah is the head, and Ptah has been successful up till now, and Ptah just can't be seen as taking an L. That's how Ptah sees himself. So if he was to take this L, he feel like he's gonna lose respect from all the people around him. But that's unrealistic. Nobody wins all the time. And if the people around you think that somebody wins all the time, they're idiots too. You see? Nobody wins all the time. And plus, Ptah, if you were God, like you think you are, you would have seen me coming. You would know exactly what to do to stop me. I would not have been able to create this much damage to your organization. You would have eradicated me from the equation by now because I'm just costing you too much. Not just financially, but many of your soldiers have died. Many of your soldiers have been put in a mental state, and they've basically gone crazy. They're out of their mind. Many of your soldiers have lost their mind or lost their lives. They've lost their jobs. They've lost their friends. They've lost their wives. They've lost their family. They have suffered a lot of loss. Trying to accomplish your goal that you refuse to believe is not accomplishable. God put me here, Ptah. I'm not here of myself. God ordained me for everything that you see me doing. I'm not here of my own authority. I would never do that because you are stronger than me. You and your millions of minions are stronger than me. Duh. But if God be for you, it is more than the whole world against you. God is for me. Words from the pages of the Bible in living flesh, brought to life, manifested in a real life. If God be for you, it is more than the whole world against you. I'm a walking testimony of that line in the Bible being absolutely true. Because if you could have killed me, Ptah, you would have done so already. You would have pushed demonstrations that been failing you for all these years out the way a long time and sent in some other soldiers to take me out. And you know what? You did. And that just keep bringing me back to life. God just keep bringing me back to life. It's like, didn't we kill this bitch? Yeah, you did. But if God be for her, it is more than the whole world against her. You want me to tell you how I know that I've been killed already in this lifetime? I've told the story before, I'm going to tell it again. One time I was at an allotment with a youth, someone that I knew from childhood. And that time Malika was born. Malika was probably about 5 years old, I think, or 7. No, she went to school at the first time. So 7 or 8, so that's 2007, 2008. I don't know, somewhere around that time. I just can't remember exactly what year it is. But we were living at St. Dunstan's Close because I remember Auntie Velma coming over the morning to bring TJ to stay. And I went out, I left Malika with them, and I went out to see this dude from my past. It wasn't a boyfriend, just a friend. So his name start with E. I'm not ready to call his name yet. All I'll say his name start with E, and I can give you another clue. The man that they claim say, the man that they claim say made the first light bulb or something like that. First name Thomas, and that's all. So anyway, I was at this allotment with this dude, and I was leaning over his car window like this, and I was talking to him. And all of a sudden, I got this feeling like I did this before. They teach us about this thing called deja vu. Deja vu means already seen. So if you already saw something, then there will be memory that, okay, I've already seen it in my mind's eye. That's not what I was experiencing. What I was experiencing is feeling like I did this already because there was nothing in my memory. There was nothing in my memory to relate to what was actually happening. But at the time that it was happening, I felt like I've done this before. So nothing came up in my memory to say that it's in here. Nah, it was when I was experiencing it, it was all being experienced everywhere else but in here. I wasn't aware of having done it already until I was in the same position and I felt like, yo, I did this already. Okay? So, what I feel is while I was on that trip, I was killed on that trip, on that day. I feel like I was ordered to be taken out on that day. And God reversed it. So I was taken out on that day. And God reversed it. And I relived the same events again. But this time the story went differently. Can you do that, Ptah? No, you can't do that. So the story went differently this time. So I stayed alive this time, but I feel like there was another version of that story where my life was taken on that day in that allotment. I don't know if it was the young man that I was with that did it, or if y'all had me followed and somebody else did it. I didn't go into all those details when I was doing my research later on, because later on it popped back up to me like that happened, and it happened to me several times, but that specific situation I did use the cards and do some research on it, and it was revealed to me the heavenly helpers. I did lose my life, and the heavenly helpers helped me to come back again. And that's how I knew, because then I started to look in the dictionary. Deja vu means you have seen this already. I hadn't seen it in my mind's eye. I hadn't seen that at all. It's when I was experiencing it, it felt familiar to me. Every action, every word for a good 3 to 5 seconds. It's like I did this already. We had this conversation already. But this time the story went differently. So God allowed you to take me out. And that's probably why you don't even bother to try take me out already. Because I've heard stories of people that y'all keep killing and y'all chop up the man, chop up the man, chop up the man and carry him to different parts of the world and all type of stupid shit, and the man still come back in front of you in one piece. You haven't killed me because you can't. God won't allow you. You haven't conquered me because you cannot. God will not allow you. And even when God allow you, God overturned the decision and give me a chance to rewrite the story. Just to prove to you how fruitless and futile and irrelevant you and all your minions are. And you will know all these things, Ptah, and you refuse to accept defeat. You think that you're warring against me. You're not fighting against me, Ptah. You're fighting against the Almighty Creator itself. The one who made everything out of nothing. The Alpha and the Omega. That's who you're fighting against, Ptah. You're not fighting against Chanel. Chanel could never win against you. But if God before you is more than the whole world against you, God is not for you right now, Ptah, because you are not for God. You see how that works? So yeah, you've tried, you have killed me. You've been allowed to kill me before, and I just keep coming back. Competition. You can't compete with God and win. That's just stupid. You have to know your limits. A good leader knows their limits. A good leader is a balanced person. Now, an excellent leader is someone who is balanced, someone who is realistic, someone who is humble and firm at the same time. See, there's nothing humble about you. You're imbalanced, Patan. That's why you lose. You don't have a careful blending of the energies. You always want to be in control. You rule with fear and all that stupid shit. Someone who rules with love, they're more powerful than you. You're easy to beat, Ptah. You're not hard to beat. It's not hard to take your position. It's not. all your opposition has to do is come in and treat your people better than you treat them. And you treat them horribly. So you're not hard to beat. You're not hard to replace. You're not hard to leave. You're like an abusive boyfriend. As soon as the woman see an opening for them to leave, they're out. Or an abusive wife, as soon as the man find a way to leave, he's out. They're only around you right now still serving you because they have no other option, or so they tell themselves. They don't have the courage like me to step out on faith. So then they remain slaves to you and your tyranny. But that's what happens when you allow your fear to be bigger than your faith. That's what happens when you choose to reject God and give somebody else the power to be Lord over you. Who else is worthy like God? There's none more compassionate. There's none more merciful. There's none more fair than God. There's no better entity to belong to than God. Because if you can stomach being faithful and loyal and obedient to man like Ptah, surely you can be faithful and loyal and obedient to God. I think it's harder to be faithful, loyal, and obedient to Ptah than it is to be faithful, loyal, and obedient to God. But y'all are looking at the numbers and allowing the numbers to scare you. Y'all are looking at the weapons and allowing the weapons to scare you out of your true destiny. I see the numbers. I see that the minions are plenty more than me. I don't have any money. I'm not even allowed to work in peace. They keep sending in their agents to torment my life. I don't have no passport. I can't run, go anywhere. All the soldiers and almost everybody that work in society belong to Ptah. I'm outnumbered. But I don't let that bother me or stop me from carrying out God's mission. You see the difference? It's not that all these elements aren't present to make me fearful or concerned. I have every right to be fearful, but I refuse. Because y'all ain't worthy. I know that God is greater. And I'm not going to disgrace God by allowing you to scare me. Because that by me allowing you to scare me, I'm inadvertently saying that God is not who God is, and God is not capable of what God has already done in my life many times. You see how that don't make no sense? So for me to fear you people is for me to disgrace God and call God a liar, and I'll never do that. So even if y'all come up around me and I'm shaking, just know that my body is telling one story, but inside here, it's not the same. My will tells a different story because I know who I belong to, and I know what that which I belong to is capable of. With God, all things are possible. Yeah. So, all this is just a facade. Ptah's strength is a facade. Ptah's authority is a facade. Ptah's projection of being able to win this battle, it's a facade. He's lying to y'all. He's in a very bad position right now. He's losing. Rightly so, because he wanna be God. He wanna disrespect God and still expect God to bless him. What parent does that to their child? That would be spoiling you. It's time for discipline. So you either gonna do what your God says, or you're gonna get fucked up. You're gonna get removed from your position. God is gonna stop your allowance. God is gonna stop your generational blessings. You will not be blessed anymore. You're gonna be cursed. Yeah, your generational blessings will be passing away. See how the card just flip over. So you know God is real. See energy. Think this is a game. Think I do this shit for show. Nah, blood. I'm giving God a voice. Because God be giving y'all messages in your dreams, and y'all be ignoring God. God be talking to y'all in your mind's ear. You can hear God talking to you. You can hear your conscience telling you don't do that, or that wasn't nice of you, and you can ignore that. So God have to send somebody in the flesh. So now you know by me coming here and doing this, even those around you, they're hearing the message too. They're seeing the message clearly and hearing the message clearly. And even if they don't believe it now, in the future when the shit start happening, they will remember they heard it here. And they will be regurgitating it back to you. So since you want to be a professional at quietening your own conscience, ignoring the messages in your dreams, ignoring the voice of people close to you, how are you going to ignore when so many people now know your story? They can see the inside workings of your story, Ptah. You can't fool them anymore. You're going down, bruv. This is the beginning of the end for you. If you don't change. And I'm definitely not here to beg you to change. It's your fucking business. My fate is intact. I'm here trying to help you to get your shit together. Then I'm gonna leave here, then you're gonna do some more cold shit to me. I'm expecting you. I'm expecting you. That's what I'm used to. You bring me down and God lifts me up. Glory be to the Most High God, the creator of heaven and earth, the creator of earth, fire, water, air, spirit, body, I'm expecting your minions to do some more evil shit to me, Ptah. I'm expecting you. Alright, the subject matter of your last message, Ptah. Poor parenting, poor leadership. That's the subject matter. Poor leadership. I already explained all that shit about who roll with you, gonna fucking fold with you, who ride with you, gonna die with you. Shit, they sail on your ship, that ship gonna sink, and they gonna go down with your ship. If the head of the organization is fucked up, the rest of the organization, there's no hope for you. That's what y'all need to realize. That's what you got dealing with right here. Ptah got y'all on a sinking ship. Ptah have you all on a downward trajectory. Ptah got you all on a losing trajectory. Ptah is leading y'all to getting fucked up. Let's get the message. Poor parenting. If a parent teach the child all the wrong things, there's no hope for that child except God. God putting somebody in that child's life to say, no, little one, if you do this, that's going to happen. So you see, this is why we don't do that. It would be better if you try doing this instead. Thank God for random guardians. To undo the poor parenting. That many had to endure. It takes a village to raise a child because no parent knows everything. Two heads are better than one, three heads are better than two. Yes, I'm that connected. I just talked to y'all about this poor leadership, and see, God want to talk about it too. Poor parenting, poor leadership. Don't be jelly. Oh, look, the healing card came out again. Let's see if it's meant to be in the upright or not, because it was, I think, in the reverse. Let's make sure. This way. Yeah, in the upright. Healing from your poor parenting. So, Ptah, did somebody teach you to be this arrogant? Did somebody teach you to be this ego? Is it egoistical or egotistical? Egotistical feel better? But where did T come from? Egoistical. Let me ask. Egoistical describes someone excessively focused on themselves, their own needs and advantages, often to the exclusion of others. It means being self-centered, self-absorbed, or having an exaggerated sense of self-importance. Oh, similar to being egotistical. Okay. But sometimes carrying a philosophical note about self-interest driving all actions, as opposed to just being conceited. So I guess egotistical. So let's see. That sound like Ptah. But let's just look up egotistical once and for all. I thought they were egotistical. So egotistical describes someone with an exaggerated sense of self-importance, characterized by thinking they are better than others. God damn, you're guilty of both. You're egoistical and you're egotistical, Ptah. Let's read on. Talking excessively about themselves and being self-centered, often ignoring others' feelings. Yeah, synonyms include conceited, arrogant, self-absorbed, and pompous jackass, like Ptah, while antonyms are modest and unselfish. An egotistical person has an inflated view of their own abilities and importance. Yeah, you're guilty of both. You're egoistical and you're egotistical. You got it bad, my guy. Bad. So we got healing. The underlying issue is the foolishness of your youth. Yeah. Being egotistical and egoistical. Ptah told himself that he's God, brother. And Ptah seemed to believe that shit. Earth, air, fire, water, spirit, Ptah. Do you know how to make these things out of nothing? Of course not. So the foolishness of your youth, we got investigation and illness. So y'all need to look into this. Y'all need to see Ptah for what Ptah actually is. If you care about your own future, if you care about your own fate, y'all need to pay attention to Ptah and be honest about Ptah's actions and the reactions that are going to come about. There's too many of you for you not to do proper risk assessments. Or don't. So anyway, investigation, illness, and miracle, generational programming, child custody, prejudice, prayer works. So what is that saying? We got pension. So y'all are worried about future provision for yourself. So this message is for those of you who have pledged your allegiance to Ptah at your own detriment. This part of the message is for y'all. Okay? So we got the foolishness of your youth. Investigation and illness. Y'all should investigate. Stop being foolish. Stop foolishly and blindly just following Ptah and doing everything that Ptah say. Because Ptah is losing. Ptah is about to take a big bomber clot L. Because Ptah don't even want to control himself. I don't know what kind of leader does that. No leader do that and fucking continue to be a leader. That shit is unheard of. Any successful leader need to know when to pull back. You need to know when to retreat. Ptah does not want to know the word retreat. Ptah don't want to know the word kindness. Ptah don't want to know the word give. All these simple little human traits would keep Ptah sitting on his throne. Look at part 1 and listen to part 2. All God has been asking Ptah to do is to be a little bit kind. There has to be give and take. Ptah just keep taking. Not giving anything to anyone. Not even giving a fucking ear. Not even attention Ptah want to give to anyone outside himself. What kind of leader is that? Anyway. So yeah, so y'all need to investigate Ptah's illness, being egoistical and egotistical. And that's going to create a miracle for your generational programming. So it's like your people before you have followed Ptah, and now here you come following Ptah as well. Your parents before you, maybe they were part of this secret club or secret organization, and they put you, child custody, in Ptah's care, or they made you part of the club just off of your bloodline. And then we got prejudice. So prejudice is being mean without proper cause. But God says prayer works when it comes to your pension, your future capability to care for yourself and your family, or to provide for yourself and your family. Because what's pension is money that you put away so that in the future, if you can't work or whatever, you have money that you can use to take care of all the things and people that you need to. So let's look up the word prejudice just to make sure we're not misunderstanding. So prejudice, preconceived opinion that is not based on reason or actual experience. Okay, so what this is saying is you guys, you have just given Ptah the power. You have given Ptah the praise. Ptah is no longer manifesting the winds. Ptah is no longer able to do what he used to do. So it's like, because you're used to Ptah winning, now that Ptah is not winning, you're still stuck giving Ptah the praise and the acknowledgement and the admiration, as though Ptah is still winning. But seasons have changed for Ptah. Ptah is not in a winning position right now. And I know that hurt your feeling, Ptah. I know you're angry at me for saying this. Man, whatever the fuck. I don't fucking care. Ptah is no longer in a winning position. Ptah is in a losing position. So you all need to do an update on the progress of the organization or the club or the secret society. Y'all need to audit your environment. Y'all need to audit your organization. Y'all need to audit Ptah. Y'all need to do an actual sit down and go over what Ptah has accomplished as your leader for the last year or two. Y'all need to pay attention to what's actually happening in your organization, because your leader isn't doing a very good job at leading you all anymore. And God is saying, if y'all don't want to be with Ptah anymore, because Ptah refused to handle himself properly as the leader, just know that, just ask. Prayer works. Just ask and God will look after you. God will look after you. So we got wedding. A wedding is a partnership. So the way how you're wedded to Ptah right now, your allegiance is to Ptah. If you pray, form an allegiance or an alliance with the divine, so that God can teach you what you need to know, so that you can stand on your own 2 feet instead of falling over the cliff with Ptah. Schooling on religion, you see? Forming an alliance with God so God can teach you how to win at life. The principles that you need. Religion is not talking about Catholic or Anglican or Pentecost or Rastafari or Muslim or none of that. Religion is talking about moral principles. Before anything else, religion describes having a relationship with God. You don't need a church or any denomination to have a relationship with God. So don't mix up the word religion and think that God is telling you to join a church. God is telling you to join God in your thoughts and then in your deeds. God's going to teach you what you need to know about how to save your soul, how to follow the rules. You're coming under new management, and God is going to show you how things go when you're working for its company rather than working for Ptah. Ptah is fucking falling. And we got, see how God works? Guide them, don't control them. So God is here to guide you. God is not trying to control you. That's why I keep telling Ptah, I'm not here to get you to change your mind or whatever. I'm just here to tell you what the fuck you need to know. That's the religion part. I'm showing you the moral code. Moral code says you need to grab a hold of your ego and not allow your ego to grab a hold of you. Because right now your ego got your ass sinking. You're falling because you choose not to govern yourself. You want to govern everybody else, and you swear that you're able to govern everybody else and you don't have to govern yourself. My friend, effective governance starts with self. If you want to rule people, you have to be able to rule yourself first. You can't even control yourself. You think you control the rest of us? You're falling the fuck all the way off. And nobody gonna like you anymore soon. Because you're just mean for no reason. You're just being mean and full of yourself based on nothing. So what are you going to do about this? It's your empire that's on the line, not mine. And all y'all who are following Ptah, what are you going to do about Ptah's current mental state? His current emotional state. Ptah is, let me look up the word psychotic before I use it. Let me see what psychotic means. If you can't have control over your own desires, your own mind, shit, you're not in a good place. So it says psychotic describes a state where a person loses touch with reality, experiencing symptoms like hallucinations or lying to himself about being able to win, seeing or hearing things not there, and in brackets, and delusions, open bracket, fixed false beliefs, that sound like Ptah, thinking that he can win, a fixed false belief. Often a feature of conditions like schizophrenia, severe depression, I think that's what he's suffering from, severe depression, or substance abuse, requiring treatment such as medication and therapy to manage these significant disruptions in thought, perception, and behavior. So yeah, so right now Ptah is suffering from severe depressions. It's like he sees the end coming. He knows that the future doesn't look bright for him, but he thinks that, them ones say fake it till you make it. But I think that if you fake it till you make it, or if you fake it till he make it, he gonna be all right, because it's always worked in the past. But I doesn't realize that the earth itself has shifted into a new state of being. The rules have changed. Okay, the rules of the well, not have changed. The rules are being enforced now. It hasn't changed. Okay. So next we had physical fight and then deceased. So, and because you have assurance and freedom. And we got adoption. God is going to adopt you in the absence of your parent, which is Ptah. Absent parent. So God says, if you want to leave, you can leave, and I will show you how to still be winning at life. Because for you to leave from under poor management, it means that you're trying to do right for yourself, and you should. So God see you trying to make the effort. God is willing to help you, but God like to be invited. God don't really like to just butt in. I mean, when God has to, God tend to butt in, but more time there come a point when God don't just butt into our lives. We have to actually ask for help, because then we fool ourselves into believing that we are doing it ourselves. God, rightfully so, like to be recognized, just like you like to be recognized for what you do. You don't want to be cheated out of credit for your work and your intelligence. You don't want to be cheated out of credit for your efforts. God wants to be recognized for its efforts and its intelligence and its achievements, its contribution to your life and to your happiness. God wants to be recognized for its relevance in your life, just like you want to be recognized for your relevance in whatever it is that you do. God should be awarded the same courtesy. It's only natural. Okay? So that's brings us to the reading. I wish you all the best. Thank you for joining me. Until next time. Goodbye. Time to audit Ptah! 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 Okay. Man, fuck it. You be killing me anyway. You be trying to kill me and you be killing me and all type of shit. Man, I don't feel bad. Ptah! 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 Shit, send your minions.